Hi, this is Mike Negami, Lean Sigma Bug Belt. I received the second video request. I like receiving these requests. Thank you so much. The request is, Mike, can you present a video about visual management of daily and monthly production goals? Visual management, or as some people call it, visual control, is today's topic. The concept of visual management came from the Toyota production system in Japan, just like other words such as Muda or Kaizen. Its translation in Japanese is Mieruka. Unlike the other Japanese words, since Mieruka sounds difficult to remember, English speakers don't use that word, but use visual management instead. Some people, however, misunderstand its meaning. For example, they may think making diagrams or charts and putting them on the walls is visual management, but that is a small part of it. Let's look at a quote by the father of the Toyota production system, Taiichi Ohno, about visual management. You have to maintain a neat and clean workplace so that everybody can see what's happening clearly. Regarding quality, you have to always bring defects to the surface so they can be seen at a glance. Regarding quantity, maintain logistics so you can always see whether it's ahead of or behind your plan at a glance. In such a circumstance, any issues are discovered promptly so everybody can think of improvement ideas. Visual management is the utmost foundation of the Toyota production system. Let's see Ohno's quote again. If a workplace is dirty and untidy, you can't achieve everybody can see what's happening clearly. Right there, you need 5S. Sort, straighten, shine, standardize, and sustain. Next is regarding quality. You have to always bring defects to the surface so they can be seen at a glance. He is talking about jidoka, built-in quality, which is when any problem occurs, all production lines will be stopped. Regarding quantity, maintain logistics so you can always see whether it's ahead of or behind your plan at a glance. This is referring to just-in-time, which is all about producing only necessary items when you need them and in necessary amounts. If you practice these thoroughly, any issues are discovered promptly, so everybody can think of improvement ideas. In other words, you are achieving Kaizen, continuous improvement. As you saw, visual management is the foundation of the Toyota production system. Therefore, making pretty charts or graphs is not visual management. Maintaining a workplace where you can see any events or things that may tend to be hidden is visual management. Making charts or graphs, however, is not a bad thing. Actually, it's a powerful tool for visual management. Clarifying why and what you are trying to accomplish with those charts is an absolute precondition to using them. I talked about this in detail in the Basic of Data Analysis video. Click this link to watch the video. Now, let's see the viewer's request again. Visual management of daily and monthly production goals. I'm expert in service operation improvement, so I'll show you some other helpful example. In a wholesale company, their procurement personnel decided purchase quantities based on each purchaser's experience and intuition. They were struggling with having other people doing backup or taking over current purchasers. They got a new system to visualize each product's sales and current inventory. Then the system generated purchase quantity suggestions automatically. They now have standardization and have achieved just in time to purchase only necessary items when you need them and in necessary quantity. Incidentally, I'll make videos about the topics mentioned today, 5S, Jidoka, and just-in-time in future. Today, I talked about visual management. Thank you very much for viewing. Please click the subscribe button. Also, click and watch my other related videos. Thanks.